Alrighty then. Let me finish setting back. I'll figure out where that went later. Hey, Debo! Welcome to the stream. Oh gosh, my chair's so squeaky tonight. Welcome, Seth. Alright, let me just announce to the rest of the server that we're on. Live. We be live. Let's go. Alrighty then. Oh, it's been ages. No, it's been about a week. But what new hilarious thing will we come up with? Why you never text me back anymore? Can't get you a Christmas present. It's not that I don't mean to not text back. It's just I see it when I'm at work, click on it to read the whole thing, and I'm like, oh, I need to respond. And then I forget. And then I forget by the time I have time to text back. Hey, Warlord Queek. Kind of hard to currently top the chocolatier. I mean, a lot of people are trying to top the chocolatier, but he doesn't but the chocolatier doesn't realize it yet. Oh man, but I feel so bad because I never respond, and I feel bad about it every single time I don't respond because anytime I'm like, oh, I need to respond, it's been like a week later. I'm like, oh, it's too late to respond. You sentenced me to an hour of hugs? No! Ooh, I added a couple more emotes since last time chat. Let's see if I can get them to work. Bro, you can still reply after a week. A reply is a reply. I know a reply is a reply. It's just a brain thing. My brain hates it when it's like if it's any longer than a unknowable acceptable time frame, then my brain's like, no, it's too late. Nope, it's too forget about it. Uh, Forget about it, and it'll just go away eventually. Probably. Who knows? Because certainly I don't. I'm trying to get myself out of that brain space. It's just incredibly difficult. Acceptable time frame is between last year and now. Yeah, you're right. It's just not how my brain thinks of stuff like that, which I hate. It's like one of the things I hate the most, where it's just like, no, you're just going to hate yourself now. I'm like, do I have to? They're like, yes. All right, let's see. Is the new thing working? Let's see if the new thing's working. The way the idle plush on the far left of position makes it look like he's staring at all the text. Oh yeah, he's reading his own story. Whether or not he's peering into the past or the future is up for y'all to decide. I guess I'll just have to message you once an hour until I figure out the whole time thing. I yeah, no. And also, like, to be honest, I can't really reply during the week most times because I work 11-hour days. So, pretty much as soon as I'm off work, I'm too tired to think anymore. And then I just pass out. And then I do it again the next day. See, it's perfectly fine. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we have two new ones. We have Night Guard and we have Face Off. Well, sucks for you. Well, actually, to be honest, I don't mind having this this new job. I actually really enjoy it, just because it's just so much better for me personally. I The only reason I'm like so worn out and exhausted on a day to day basis right now is because I haven't exercised in the 2 years that, or 2.5 years that I worked at my previous job. Now I do have a job where I'm basically running around with a 20-pound weight all the time. So it makes it so I have to get into shape super long, but my stamina's just not there right now. Ooh, you enjoy working? That's so gay. I enjoy the job because money's important to have to keep living. We work to earn the right to work and all that jazz. But if you love a job, then you'll never work a day in your life or something along those lines. And actually, that's a misnomer because you'll still work. It's just you don't mind the work anymore. In this work, I don't really mind 90% of the time. I actually got my official license, my official licensing yesterday. So that was really cool. I got to actually write down my own tech number instead of having to use like the default one. But yeah, I've enjoyed doing it just because it seems to be like a really decent job for me to have just because it's physically active, so it's changes on a day-to-day basis. I'm not doing the same thing every day. Well, I am, but the situations change on a day-to-day basis. So it doesn't really get that boring. And plus just driving around, seeing places I've never seen before. Like yesterday, I've lived in this state my entire life outside of like 2 years where I didn't live here, like at the end of high school. And I discovered like three new towns this last week that I had no idea like even existed. And like they're far away, but not that far away. They're actually like on the way out of state. But I've never seen them before, never even heard about them. And like they're closer to me than other cities that I've been to within this state. So no idea how I haven't heard of them. But yeah, it's been fun doing this whole thing. Will it get more monotonous and less fun in my summer honeymoon period? Oh, 100%. But as is right now, I'm enjoying the work, and there's a reason why people stick in jobs like these when they probably have better opportunity elsewhere. And it's just because it's a nice, easy job. You get to do things all day, and you just get mostly paid for driving around town, stopping every so often, do a job that takes like 15 to 20 minutes, an hour if it's a really big job. And then you're on your way again. You get to do whatever the hell you want to be doing. Well, will y'all be drunk for Christmas and will you be streaming? I will. Let's see. Um, Actually, that's going to be something that I have to talk to my brother about. Actually, another fun fact: my brother is now my manager, so I don't know if I'll be able to get drunk for New Year's. I'm definitely going to keep the age old tradition of New Year's, but I don't think I'll be able to drink because I think I only get 2 days off with this job, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. When is New Year's this year? It's Wednesday. Okay, I'll have to see. This thank you for showing me that there's something I have to talk. Hold on, let me write this down so I don't forget to talk to him about it. No, don't put that on the shopping list. Put that on the weekly list. Time to about New Year's. Time to about paycheck. All right. Sweet. Okay, that's taken care of. Oh, Demo, I don't think Demo, I don't think you were here last time, but we have emojis. We have custom emojis now. Everyone's favorite one being, oh, let's see, impatient buggle. You can only see it on the stream, not in chat, but and there should, can I pin the new chat commands? Oh, you're on your phone? Ah, no. But yeah, the all the like emojis and whatnot, it's like going through an interpreter, so it shows up in my chat box. It just doesn't, unless you have like specific extensions on your browser, it won't show in your chat box. It's a little thing called Truffle. I heard about it because of a streamer friend I have. They were considering using it, but they didn't want to go. They didn't want to work out how to figure it out because they know that Doug and like Ludwig uses it. And but they're like, I like the chat how it is right now, so I don't want to worry about figuring out how it works. So I did. It was a nice little fun project. And so I finally figured it out, and now I'm just taking emojis and putting them. I'll take the emojis and put them somewhere else, mostly here, which is why we have a new one of a night guard because that was just recently added to COTG, so it's nice to have night guard and day guard. Oh, were you about to ask the same thing about the emotes? Yeah, hold on. I need to move this guy. Move to top. Perfect. I need to move little Equi to the top because the text was going across my face. Idol being a plush maker instead of a guard. I mean, we do enjoy a good idol plush. Uh, we do enjoy a good idol, but idol being a plush maker, I could kind of see it, but in the same way that he, like I could really see it, and he would probably be extremely talented at it because he would just retain knowledge from any skills that he picks up, and he's willing to try new, and he's willing to like do new things. But the creativity side of him is somewhat lacking in areas. So I wonder like what turn of events would lead him to be a plushie maker, because we have Rock Idol, where he actually accidentally meets. Uh, he actually accidentally falls in with the band during the Summer Sun celebration instead of the recruiting. So, I wonder where plushie maker would come into play. Maybe runs into a seamstress. Hmm. This, I don't know. Like plushie maker. Now this is. I'm trying to wonder where the world building would fit in to make him a plushie maker. Idol is canon. Oh, 100% Idol is canon. Also, welcome V. Welcome to the live stream. Changeling of the Guard is a fanfic based on the adventures of Idol. Oh, so it's the adventures of Idol, and then oh, this is okay. So we're already in the '80s action TV show. He could run into a little foal crying because they lost their plushie in some kind of accident. Hester describes it, so it's a new one for him. Hmm. Story's going to end with Izzy putting her favorite guard plush on a shelf and walking away. Oh my gosh, you're just going to make all these like little side spin-offs canon. I love it. I could see him making a plush, although he would probably see it as like guard is like somewhat easy for idol. Can you imagine how upset people would be? Ah, oh, but their tears would be delicious, V. We know how much you love love our tears and our panicked responses. Given how much of how many times you suspend us off of a cliff. Also, welcome, pensive. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we know that V loves to collect our tears. Because that's like author's most nutritious form of sustenance. First, it's chat. First, it's the comments. Second, it's tears of their audience. Idol being a cook. You know, I could see Idol being a cook. Uh, what's your secret? It's made with love. Okay, sweet. Like it, and no one actually suspects it's actually made out of love. Is the tier collection bucket in need of a refill? We just have to reread the chapter where it just leaves us on a massive cliffhanger again, which feels like nearly every single chapter. Yeah, I could see Idol like hmm Idol being a cook. It would be interesting to see him get culinary lessons, just because it's a very precise and like orderly kind of nature. But him branching out from recipes that are like known and established uh, would be like off the table for him, and then like the basis of the story would hit basically be him learning how to be creative in the kitchen, because like Idol's view on food is that it's edible and it doesn't cause him distress. So it would kind of fit in with the fancy food section of Canterlot. He would definitely get the three hoofs rating on his restaurant. As the trio of guests getting ready to get into a brawl. Hey, he began calmly. If you fight a fight, I will never cook for you again, he stated, then watched as the trio Pause, then sat back down to resume eating. Yep, that's pretty much how it would go. Because you get some of the best grub. Even, I- I wonder if Idol's food would either be the best thing you've ever tasted, or it could go the complete opposite direction and be the most edible, the least distressing MRE. Inspired from an event in restaurant to another world. Ooh, I haven't heard of that one. Sounds interesting though. Gosh, where's my thing? Hold on. I lost a thing that makes my microphone less it. And oh, there it is. Yay. It pops off so many times. There we go. That's a slightly better. Oh no, the cord fell out of my phone. Perfect. Oh yeah, how all y'all doing this fine Saturday morning? Or whatever time it is currently where you reside. It's been a fun week for me personally. Got my second paycheck. It's a little bit short, so I gotta talk to the office on Monday. But it's not so short that I'm in financial trouble. It's just going to be clearing up some issues. But it's all good. It's all good so far. So far, so good. Probably made a mistake in accounting. I don't know. Good. Nice to hear it, Z. Uh, Ever 7 days, a door to a guy's restaurant appears in another world. As a result, he has guests like elves, lizard people, vampires, dwarves, dragon, and more. Oh, okay. So it's an isekai. Or in it every 7 days a door to the guy's restaurant appears in another world. Oh, more like reverse isekai. Gotcha. Okay, I had to read it a second time to understand. But that's cool. That's an interesting way to do it. Could you imagine being like that guy's drinking buddy? Oh man, it was such a rough day. I had to outsource to get some food for some dragonborn because we couldn't get any good grub for them. And his bar buddy is just like, oh my gosh. And doors to his place appear every day of Saturn. Nice. I always love a good play on words that just make it even funnier in the story. Oh, V, we did want to ask: is the is the angry officer friendly in the corner over here angry because he's reading his future or because he's reading his past? Or is he just angry that's been written down at all? I really should just like pin a chat message in the Discord about like the new emojis that we have, or just like the emojis in general, and I just update the list every so often. Eh, Angry Owl, by the gods, I hope this doesn't inflate my bank account again. Welcome, Iconic. You didn't miss much. We're talking about Idol being a cook, maybe possibly being a plush maker. We're also talking about little plushy Idol over here. We're talking about maybe him being angry while reading his own life story, either because it's written down It's the future or the past, who knows? But now it's just, if it's written in a storybook, oh no, now it's going to get sold and I'm going to get royalties against my will again. Okay, gas station idol new from Apple. New from Flim and Flam, the idol looks nothing like Idol, but it's slim and sleek and just plastic. And it just turns out to be a ponykin, but they just resized it to be a plushie. Oh, I still never figured out how to do. Imagine for a moment in the far future, his so many great granddaughter Izzy is reading the story to some fools. Oh yeah, that was another thing. It, V was saying this is the story of Idol that's being read by Izzy the entire time, and the story's going to just end with uh, Izzy putting the book back on the shelf right next to her favorite little guard plushie. Idle the average for all ages. But yeah, I absolutely love how Izzy has just like become canonically Idol's a descendant. But if he ever finds out, he would be extremely worried because somehow the pink demon has infiltrated his bloodline at some point. It's either or. Changelings are flexible on that on gender stereotypes. But you can say that again. Also, welcome Moonflame. Oh dear gods, now that's a hilarious thought. Yeah, but yeah, the pink. Oh man, there's so much fun you can have with changelings. There's actually been a couple of times where I thought about, should I make Equi a changeling at some point, or a bat pony, or something along those lines. Idol's actually her grandmother. It'd be grandmother of many greats if that was the case, because what is it like? It's got to be at least 1,000 years, if not a whole millennia, since present day G4 to G5. Actually, did we ever get a known time skip? Implying Idol actually gave birth at one point. It would probably be egg. It would probably have to be egg, because changelings only lay egg. Although, no, we're not getting into. Hold on. Actually, no, I'm not going to go down that road because anatomy of changelings, whether they give live birth in pony forms or they just always lay eggs, is. I don't know. It just feels like something I shouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Our great grand being was a changeling. Idol isn't exactly a normal changeling. This is true. Idol's not a normal changeling. Uh, although I do like the idea that he's the first Skittlebug, but he actually doesn't become Skittleified. He just looks like a regular changeling, just without the holes. Topaz, I have laid an egg. That is pretty much exactly how that's how that announcement would go. Either that, like that would be what he said after Topaz goes into his room and sees an egg just sitting in a cocoon or something like that, and she's like, "What is that?" Topaz, I have laid an egg. Yes, I can see that it's an egg. But why? But what do you mean you laid an egg? Do I don't have an egg emote? I could add an egg emote. Topaz, I have henceforth brought a product of creation, thus called an egg. Hold on. Let me see if I can add egg emote real quick, because that would be so funny. There has to be an emote for egg already. How is there not an emote for egg? Oh, there is an emote for egg. We have emote for egg. It's egg 2. And it's actually a supported one. Congrats. We have we have now been gifted we now have egg. No, it's actually a supported emote for for Discord, so or for YouTube. Hold on. How do I add it? Egg. Nope, I added the egg 2 wrong. Now you have to actually go into emotes, look up egg. There we go. Now we have eggs. Eggs have joined the chat. I mean, have eggs really even left the chat? I feel like eggs were like an essential part of this chat. But we all know that they're part of a well-balanced breakfast. Sources, stop talking about my parents having eggs. Stop talking about my parental units having eggs. Gosh, oh man, it's so much fun doing doing these kinds of shenanigans with all y'all. I am sorry, small child, but the productivity of such talk must henceforth discuss eggs. Go back to talking about eggs. Hold on, I should rename the Cersus emote to just Cersus instead of Cersus plushed. Or no, it's Cersus doll. Because we do have Cersus emote. Oh, hold on. There we go. We got a Cersus emote. I mean, the Crystal Empire would have 3 princesses, Flurry, Cersus, and whoever Idol's offspring from the egg is. Do we have angry, glaring Cersus? Not yet, but I could add it. Hold on. Your request is my command. Hold on. I also added the new night guard as well. Let me where I need to now add angry Cersus. Oh yeah, no, it's Cersus, not Circus. Rock Idol meets Guard Idol. How would that go? I have a feeling he'd be very confused and probably would either blame Twilight the Younger or Pinky. Most likely the Pink Demon. Because how else do you break time and space other than being the Pink Demon? Because he's not going to just blame Discord out of the blue because he's trapped in stone. It's obviously not in his power to break time and space when he's trapped in stone. Although the meeting of those two would probably break him out of stone. Welcome back, Farfella. Now I need to... Hold on. Now I need to add Angry Circe. Time and space. Exactly! Time and space. Oh, wait, no, I need Angry Circe's head. Oh, did I never make Angry Circe just the head? An idol who travels in a blue police box? No, it would have to be same size on the inside because doing anything else would break nature, and he just wouldn't have that paradox in his head. A stitch in time saves 9, but I'm just saving 2. I gathered the ingredients, but makes us time sorbet. There's hardly room for seconds when the seconds melt away. Watch as I work my gypsy magic. I have the nude and cinnamon. Watch as the matter turns to batter. Open the portal, jump in. Let's see. Hold on. Looking. I'm looking. Hold horses, chat. Let's see. Do I add Angry Circe's head with the notification or without notification? Actually, probably better if it didn't have notification. That means I need to do another one. Hold on. Arrest Dr. Hooves for time crimes. Oh, welcome, All-Star. I'm just here to derail you more, apparently. I mean, that's all these are, is just derailed. I'm innocent. Yes, but you won't be. That's fair. I only have so many emotes to add people. Hold on. Circe plushed. Angie Circe plushed. Gotta open up that one. Also, a friend of mine showed me this much better search for Windows called Everything. Gosh, it's making things so much easier to find. Okay. Hold on. Hold. Keep holding. Export 112 by 112. Actually, I'll just export it big enough, and then I will fix it up later. Now I got that in my head. It's never going to leave. Funny enough, because that's like my alarm for half the things. Save as PNG. Oh, no. 2024 1109. Angie Circe plushed head. Yes, the every time I name something, the name just gets longer. Topaz, I am frightened. It's just a train. I'll stop it. We have lots of fun here. Hold on, I'm almost there. Your wish is about to be... There we go. And I hate that I need to resize it every single time because it doesn't want to work half the time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this thing. But I need an adult. You are an adult. No. No, I am not. We can't determine my age. On resized emotes. I'm almost there. I hate how long of a process this is anytime. Usually it's not this long. It's just this long for me personally, just because I want everything to be organized. Because if it's not organized, I'm never finding anything again. So you're saying it's a skill issue? It's not a skill issue. I'm just very particular about how my files are organized, especially my art files, because if I spent three I spent 3 weeks organizing them like 4 years ago, and I'm not going through it again. Insist that model trains are too frightening for foals. Yeah, no, I see it. I... Alright, just give it a minute, chat. It's uploaded. We could technically also say it's a skill issue for not spelling idol right. Oh, the irony of an AU idol who likes trains as a train driver for a living. I should I choose you. Da, 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 da. No, Idol just sees Thomas the Tank Engine as train propaganda to lull us in a false sense of security before they pounce. I have tamed the beast. Hold on, do I need to do things over here? Probably not. Do I need to do things here? I hope not. Do I need to... Alright, let's see if this works. Nope, still not online. No! I don't know when the new when new Sursus is going to get dropped, but it will be dropped soon. A changing of the guard in a railway series crossover would be amazing. Idol would just be hiding in the bushes the entire time. Gets called to a crime in progress at a train station, immediately arrests the train. Idol, you can't just arrest a train because you're scared of it. She never had any runs with tatzelworms. Fair enough. Oh, does that mean Idol's afraid of trains just because they're just because of tatzelworms that he's run into? uh Not that he recalls. Oh, not that he recalls, you say. Time before he left the hive. Ooh, some lore drops. I mean, it does say that his memory of the hive is very fuzzy, especially after the whole thing with the mind mucking that Chrysalis did. So it's got to be very interesting to hear even more lore drops. Why isn't it uploading yet? Please. Please refresh. He has a very holy memory. I've become a religious figure among my people. Why is that? Holds up leg. I am holy. I always figured it was a vague evolutionary fear, like the way most humans are instinctively afraid of snakes and spiders. I mean, fair enough. Although there are people that aren't afraid of spiders. Yeah, I really need to pin the emote list to like the stream chat, so that way anyone doesn't have to remember what the hell the new emojis are. Hold on, let me get on that. I will write down all the emotes for everyone. I think I did this last week too. I just didn't do it well. Well. Oh yeah, there's new ones. So hold on. Let me just do that thing again. There we go. Now everyone can see what's in chat. I don't know why Engi Sursus, why that's not uploading yet. The new Canterlot changeling defenses. An endless train surrounding Canterlot from all sides. It would have to probably be a steamed up locomotive because, as far as we know, he would only see a cold loco as like a dead beast because like it's all the hissing and the clattering of metal and all that, so that makes it seem like alive. Which, to be honest, I love steam engines, so like they definitely have a life of their own. Oh my gosh, All Star, yeah, that response to Farfella, it's just legendary. It did work out brilliantly. Uh, Funny enough, is like you just kind of get desensitized to critters in my field. Like snakes, I still probably will like be wary of snakes. Like thing is I'm not afraid of creatures, or especially of like pests and whatnot. It's more like you have the initial reaction. You possibly have the initial reaction, but mostly it's a wariness for everything. Mustache idol meets standard idol. Sir, you've forgotten to eat the caterpillar on your lip. I had snake face in junior high. I mean, or in junior school. I mean, yeah, I took a herpetology class in elementary. Like it was like fourth grade. I got to handle a lot of snakes. The caterpillar performs mitosis and spreads. Oh no, all that's left is mustachioed idol. Circus's worst fear. The more dad he looks, the worse his joke becomes. We didn't have a class. I was just being a nerd. I mean, to be fair, like it technically wasn't a class for me either. It was just like an after school thing where one of the teachers was like, "Hey, yeah, kids want to learn about some snakes?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to learn about some snakes." And so I learned about some snakes. I imagine his panic would intensify. From a subway, I think, to be honest, I feel like Idol, if he ever saw a subway, would think they're like the train's breeding grounds. Gotta go do chores and stuff. Have fun, y'all. All right, see y'all later, All Star. Because what horrific beast could come but from the ground? There's nowhere he doesn't see anywhere else a train is born, so it must be from underground, and that's what the subways are. Imagine if he ever saw like a scrapping, uh, like the scrap yard or something, just the corpses of these great beasts, and probably he would think that the ponies and that the creatures that take down these mighty beasts are either very brave, very lucky, or very stupid. Probably the former two rather than the latter half. Or all three. I mean, that is also an option. All of the above is always an option. Man, why isn't Sir Angry Circus showing up? Come on already. I want it to show up now. Is this? It's still not up. It'll be a next stream thing. Anyway, if you have emojis that you want me to add, please just like put them in either the live stream chat or I don't know, maybe emoji suggestions, but probably the live stream chat. That might make it easier for me to see, or live stream related chat. You want to learn about snakes? Oh boy, do I! Snakes are good eating. But yeah, like any emojis, please post, and I will try and add them because I've been having so much fun bringing new things for y'all to play with. Just want a scene where Idol is just bullying Thorax, and everyone is like okay with it because it's Idol. Oh, he's reformed. It's okay. Oh, he's reformed. It's okay. Yeah, idle bullying Space Bambi is a common thread. We just like we have so many off-topic like discussions with Thorax and whatnot that those really need to be collected. Like the all the ramblings about Idol versus Thorax fight, and then Idol immediately wins. Oh man, I don't think they're all about Idol bullying him. It's just uh, for Thorax and whatnot. It's just par for the course. Oh, it's fine. It's just Idol doing Idol things. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No. Idol is providing tough love. Yep, he's very tough. And he technically runs on love, so like anything he does is technically tough love if you think about it. Idol be committing hate crimes. Can't relate. Nah, it's fine against Thorax. They just see it as brotherly love, even though Idol would hate to be known as Thorax's kin or Thorax's brother. Just looks over at Pharynx. I did not have to spoil Thorax. He has already gone bad. Oh my gosh. Idol Fusro dying his enemies. Yeah, I can definitely see Idol doing it. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat. Fusro da. No, that's it. I'll get it out. Blast Thorax off of a cliff, off the top of Canterlot. What? He's fine. He has wings. All right, let's see where I left off. Funny enough, in this chapter, uh, can't a changeling change? No. No, they cannot. Oh gosh, this audio is so crunchy. Why? Oh no. Oh no. Whoa, this is really bad. I think I'm going to have to start this chapter all over. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh no. I didn't realize it was this bad. Wait, do we have angry idol? Uh not in this chat. It's another thing that I'm adding because it's just so much fun. Thorax is such a protagonist look. Thorax is such a protagonist look that I tried to help him start an anime series. You hit me with a cart! Isekais are very popular. Gosh, I'm going to have to start Aftermath all over again. 10-minute recording down the drain. No! That's what I get for trying new things. But yeah, although it's kind of out of character for Idol to get angry, because that's a waste of emotions. He's usually never overflowing with anger of all things. Closest he got was when he was dealing with Flim and Flam. Cersei's in an isekai. I'm going to be Batmare. Batmare. Na 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 Batmare. Cersei would get angry because she's had doesn't have as big of a control over her emotions as Idol does. The locals would not understand the constant na 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 na. Na 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 na. So sneaky. Na 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 na. Don't see me. Na 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 na. Have we ever truly seen a pissed off idol in 100% rage mode? No, like I said, I think the closest we got to Fury is uh is Lord Deface. The Bat Pony locals. But why though? Idol, I don't hate you, Thorax. You're not worth the wasted energy. Oh man. Yeah, no, it'd just be too much wasted energy on anger. Idol's hatred of Thorax is completely unfair. Oh, 100%. But it's 100% going to be a thing. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Yeah, that is definitely Cersei's theme. Is don't be suspicious, but it's just like na 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 na. Wonder what it would take for to push Idol that far. Uh, like definitely taking advantage of his loved ones, putting them in harm's way, like all the classic stuff. I feel like because like he only felt as angry towards Flim and Flam because they took advantage of the princess and was sullying her name. So imagine that, but with like Topaz or Cersei, that would probably get into super righteous anger and probably another version of Lord Deface coming out. Because it feels like Idol would only use Lord Deface in order to keep up the face that uh, that it's not him doing the thing. It it's like a whole Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde sort of situation. Once the deface comes out, that's when you know you bucked up. Well, now I have to see if I have. Dang it! Now I have to see if I have angry idol already as an emoji. I know it's an emoji on stream, but I want to see if it's an emoji that I've already like exported. Uh, Angie. Uh, don't hunger. Why do I have one called "Don't Hungry"? Don't hug me, I Angie. What is this one pointing towards? Oh my gosh! I forgot how like nonsensical some of these are. Uh, Hold on. Where is? Oh, that's right. I made a base for the angry plushes. What's the? But let's see. What is? Don't hug me. I Angie. Please don't crash. Oh, it's that one. Ah, this isn't a plush one, but it is one that, but is one that I'm going to be finishing eventually. He's just a idol. He's just a colt. No idol. He's just a friend. Oh yeah, definitely like overprotective father kind of deal. Or sorry, overprotective parental unit that because they don't have fathers and mothers on Changeling. And I don't know if services would ever go that far. Maybe with Topaz, but parental unit is just so funny that I absolutely adore when Karma did it for Colonel Hooves, which I need to finish. I've had a lot less time than I thought I was going to have with this new job, but a lot less time and a lot more time at the same time. That's why I've been able to stream like every single week, which has just been super nice. And I can't wait to do more of it. And maybe one of these streams I will actually read something. Cersus has a lot more familiarity with the concept of parents because she's so much younger than Idol was. That's true. And her peers are actually other foals. That is also very true. I wonder if like part of her uh, professional imaginary friend gig was like taking the heat or punishment from other foals, or if she would just see it as like, nope, it, nope, I could cover for you at school, but taking your medicines on you. But we will never let you read something. What's really funny is that I originally started doing these live streams in order to have something to push me to read on a consistent basis. Because if it was just self motivation, uh, to read. It was never going to happen consistently, and now it's just turned into fun. These fun times, which I am super ecstatic for. She might actually. A spanking is like nothing compared to changeling punishments. That's true. If Circe's had a thorax plush. I had to eat voles for a week. They bite back. Not fun. Fun fact, I actually treat for voles sometimes. I've never actually seen a vole, but I do know that we use the same bait for both voles, rats, and mice. So that's a fun pesticide. That's a fun pesticide fact. Yeah, no, I really need to like make like a little. I really need to just like make a little uniform for my little equi. Uh, maybe or maybe not for the PNG tuber, but just in general, just me and my new outfit or my new uniform because it just sounds like a really fun idea. But yeah, no, I'm a pest pony now, which uh, which would make me think that Topaz wouldn't like me very much. But but they're only pests once they get inside the house or if they're bothering people. If they're outside, I don't worry about them too much. In fact, we even say things like we can't guarantee outside because that's where they live. But once but we can guarantee the inside. What do you have there, Idol? It's a rat. What? Oh, that's right. Topaz is afraid of rats and mice. Forgot about that one. Oh, but yeah, yeah, I don't see half of the pests I actually treat for. The ones that I do see is like yellow jackets. I actually had two yellow jacket treatments yesterday. Like I didn't get stung or anything. Uh but it's just interest. Wait, what? When? Oh, yeah, Topaz admits that she's when we first meet like the pest ponies, it's revealed that Topaz is like super afraid of rats and mice. Oh yeah, we never seen it in the story, but Topaz mentions it when she's talking to what Dwayne? Is that the pest pony's name, Dwayne? Idle, are you training our foal by dropping them into a swarm of vermin? This sounds like a trap, but it is accurate. Wayne, that's right. I knew it was something similar to that. Dwayne didn't feel like right, but Wayne, yeah. When they were talking with Wayne, that's when it came out that Cersus is or that Topaz is deathly afraid of rodents. But even though she's absolutely fine with pests and bugs and let's see. I actually have the book right here, so let's see. Um oh, it's in Catching More Flies. I had some bad experience with renting. I like insects, but rats? She gave a violent shiver, revulsion enough that I could feel it over my walls. Too many ponies with too many special talents. Good fences make better neighbors. On the other hoof, it's probably half the size of what I was renting. But sometimes less is more. But yeah, she's absolutely hates rats. It's actually Wayne. The name is a pun. Yeah, they're the Ghostbuster pones that took me way too long to figure out that. uh, I just took that as general disgust. It's probably um let's see. I wonder if it goes more into depth at some point. Because it definitely does. 100% does. I swear it does. Uh, uh, the morons blew up a tree. That's right, they did explode a tree. Uh, Mice? So, yeah, I guess it's just the a rat eating her research in another chapter. Oh, that makes sense. Agaric Spackler. Wayne and Beam are the clearest ones, but our Agaric Spackler is a bit more of a stretch. I think she mentions a rat eating her research in another chapter. Okay. Yeah, it's just. Oh, gosh, why is it whole words? Yeah, no, that's what I need. Whole words. Oh, yep. Last. Oh yeah, last time I lost months of work, a couple of rare species because a disgusting, grimy rat decided that was his own personal buffet. Honestly, it's like he knew when I'd be off visiting family, so it gloated. It's so bloated it couldn't even drag itself away. Yeah, but they don't check out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I'm just really dense to not pick up the Ghostbusters reference. Also, I hadn't watched Ghostbusters in like 10 years. A picture of Circe hiding in a drain, telling her friends they float too. We all float down here. The Ghostbusters thing was meant to require a bit of a dive. But I just remember you leaving me the trail of breadcrumbs and just like everyone just reeing in the chat like, how does he not get it still? It took so long. It was so funny. Oh, it was great. But yeah, now I like it's kind of funny because like now that I'm a pest pony, I actually kind of relate to other pest ponies now. You'll float too. No floating until after dinner. But Dad. Oh man, I don't condone blowing up a tree or anything, but I get paid for other people being scared. for being scared of pests, so I'm more than happy to take care of it. Plus, I get free pest control now because I just have to stop by my place at, and I just spray it whenever I'm done with work for the day. Just hit it on the way home. It's not just me, a lot of other people at work do it. That was actually like first day on the job, like riding in a van. They're like, "Okay, you're going with so and so," and he's like the assistant to the assistant manager. What? Because that's actually what's really funny is that the reason I got in so quickly with this job is that my brother is like one of the managers there. I, th- Although he's like the tech manager. There's like two different managers. There's a manager over the office, and there's a manager over the techs. And so he's the tech manager, and then he has an assistant that helps him out and basically fills in for him, and uh, we and a lot of people just call him like the assistant to the assistant tech manager. Welcome back, Farfella. Also, welcome, Rusky Pup. It's been a while since I've been able to catch one of these, but I have to go now anyways. Oh, glad you could make it. Hopefully, you'll be able to make the next one too. Topaz walks into a room, sees Circe playing checkers with Tiberius. Oh man, that would actually be super cute. That sounds absolutely adorable. Pouting into her spaghetti. Pumpkinhead's mom doesn't make him wash his hooves. Pumpkinhead's mom doesn't give him extra meatballs. What happened to the rat tangent? I can't remember. What was the rat tangent? I can't remember. Anyway, we found where uh yeah, and but they don't check out Topaz is revealing her disgust of rats and whatnot just because they ate her research at one point. So it's like disgust. It's like a fear and disgust, and she's fine with insects, but she just definitely does not like rats. I don't mind rats either, uh, because I actually kept a couple of pet rats ages ago. They're adorable, Trixie and Charlie. Uh, but but yeah, like I can understand people not wanting rats in their house. You named a rat after worst pony? Good job. Make Funny enough is that I wasn't the one that named them. I inherited them from my brother who was going to college and couldn't keep pets in his apartment. So I just kind of inherited both of his rats. I don't think he named the rats either. I think they just came with those names. And no, before anyone asks, Charlie did not bite my finger. The top three worst ponies: Spoiled Rich and Scootaloo's parents. I mean, to be honest, like, I haven't watched that episode, but from what I heard, yeah, Scoot's parents are pretty bad. Her aunts are great. I like the inverse of Idol telling Topaz to relax after Topaz tells him the same thing with trains. They chose a freaking job over a kid. Yeah, that's kind of the issue is with her parents is that they chose their job over a kid. Although I can kind of understand where they're coming from with the whole like they're the only ones that can like wrangle these dangerous creatures. I don't support their idea of taking Scootaloo with them to handle these dangerous critters at all. Like that's just irresponsible at that point. Uh, Also, welcome Spartan, but it almost makes me wish that like they had like came back at some point to like reconcile and say like they made a mistake or something along those lines. Like have it be like an overarching story, uh, because like they seem to be like fairly good parents. It's just they're too tied up in their own work to actually raise their kid, which happens to a lot of people, unfortunately. Fluttershy does a similar job all the time, but like Fluttershy doesn't really wrangle like dangerous creatures. Like the closest one that she's got to the types that her parents wrangle is like was Manny the Manticore that one time and Discord. Like those are like the only two. Like they deal with a lot worse things than she does. Uh, but like I don't know. It feels like they could have gone in a different direction with her parents. I like how it worse than Discord. Yeah, because Discord reformed. Like, Discord can be tempered by friendship. All those other critters, not so much, no. but, but yeah, so, like, I understand, and it's like, the whole keep ponies safe, and also these creatures safe. Maybe they just never had a Fluttershy. That's true. They never had they might not have had a Fluttershy before, but Fluttershy is kind of unique in her position because she's the only one that's been able to do something along those lines. Like she stared down a cockatrice. She didn't reform a cockatrice. She just stared it down, and so it's like she could potentially do the things, but Fluttershy is also scared of a lot of things as well, so I don't know how effective she would be. If we saw the fruits of their labor in Scootaloo's life. Yeah, that's true. I hate to give Spoiled any credit, but at least she was there. I mean, she was there to her daughter's detriment. Like, Scoot's parents, they were when they were there, it seemed like they like really took interest in their daughter's life and whatnot. Again, I haven't seen the full episode, but like this was what I've seen on like Cinemarisons and whatnot, and just like other people discussing the episode. It's like, yeah, they'd be great parents if they hung around all the time, but they're just too caught up in work. Whereas spoiled rich is just terrible for her daughter in every way, shape, and form. Like, because Filthy Rich is just, from what I remember, he's just kind of like a cool dude. And so if Rich raised his daughter solo, then Diamond wouldn't be near, or yeah, Diamond wouldn't be nearly as bad at, as it was. Like, yeah, like as much I don't want to give credit to Spoil Rich's parents, but sometimes like it's bad to hang around. The episode was they showed up her class, talked a while, and then they're like, "Hey, we're taking you away with us." Uh, maybe that's true. Again, like I haven't watched the episode, so I get Cliff Notes version, and they had to be talked out of it as she didn't want to go. Yeah, that's also very fair. It, although I actually was in a similar situation where I didn't want to move, and but I was forced to by my parents, even though I was offered a place to stay with multiple of my siblings. Even my grandpa uh, offered me a place to stay, but since I wasn't old enough yet, I even though I was like 16, 17 at the time, I had to move across the country. Uh, do I resent them for that? Not really, because in the end, it was like a good perspective to, or it was good to have that perspective in life. But at the time, I was super salty about the whole thing. Scootaloo's parents are the worst because they only cared about what they wanted. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Like forcing their own dreams onto their kid. Like a lot of parents tend to do that. But like if Scootaloo like showed in Scootaloo seemed really interested in what her parents did as well. At least from the few clips that I've seen. But yeah, they should have really stopped as soon as she's like, "But I don't want to leave all my friends behind." Like that's where they went too far with the whole thing. But I kind of wish that they had like an episode to like reconcile, or we saw them in the background reconciling with Scootaloo. Like even a background element, because they obviously like loved her. It's just they were too. They were also really in love with the job that they did as well. I don't know. That's kind of my take on it. Maybe once I watch the episode, I'll have a different take on it. They just didn't realize Scoots wouldn't want to do the thing they're doing. That's also true. Like Scootaloo did show interest. Like she's like, yeah, my parents are super cool. They do they hunt they trap monsters and stuff like that. Like what kid wouldn't think that that's an awesome thing for their parents to do? It, it wasn't so much that they're bad parents, just they couldn't be present parents. Yeah, yeah, that is fair. I mean, Scoots got along pretty well, all things considered. It's just if her parents were present, that'd be a lot better. But she seems fairly well adjusted, all things considered. I feel like 80s and 90s TV demonize parents who aren't there. Yeah, that is fair. 80s and 90s did demonize parents that aren't there. Although half the time they didn't even show if parents even existed. Like, how long was it before we even knew that Fluttershy and Rainbow even had parents? Wait, what? Hold on. Hold the phone. I didn't even set up Sparks on this chat yet. How are you donating to me? How did you do that? Thank you, Farfella, but again, how did you do that? I'm so confused. I didn't even set that up. I wasn't even planning on setting that up. How did you do that? It just says support guardlings under the chat. It does? How have I never seen that? Well, thank you. Oh man, thank you. But you don't have to support. I love doing what I do, but thank you for the donation. I that just derailed all the thoughts I was going to have. I am bamboo. You have bamboozled me. I'm utterly flabbergasted. Uh, yeah, Scoot's parents were a total no-show series until they one episode and then never mentioned again. Yeah, its context and timing from the start of the show to the near they weren't, and there was no evidence of their work. Yeah, they could have definitely done more. Save Scootaloo from a dangerous situation, and as a result, she decides she wants to be a guard too one day. Oh heck yeah! We could even have it be. Ooh, that's an interesting way to put it. In the 10-year time skip, we actually have Idol working with her parents because they dive into the Everfree on occasion. And since he was like part of the last guard to go in there, maybe they work with who's the fella? Who's the fella that goes uh into that knows everything about the Everfree? Who's that little fella? I can't remember who the little fella is. You have been tricked, backstabbed, and you've quite possibly been bamboozled. That no, that is exactly it. It just came out of nowhere. Also, hold on. Now I have to figure out what to do with channel points now. You're making. I just wanted to do it for the fun emojis, but now I have channel points now. Channel points and sparks. Oh no. Oh no, I'm actually becoming a streamer. Boo, you could be something fun. No, I stand by it. The point is, Scootaloo doesn't know what parents are meant to be because she lacks them in her life. It says letter, but there's no telling how often they write. Yeah, that's yeah, yeah, fair enough. But I imagine that they write back very often, given how much they know about Scootaloo's life, uh, from what I've seen. So they definitely take interest in their daughter, even if they can't be present 100%. I wonder if the better play would be for them to rotate in and out, be like, go and spend 6 months with my daughter. You have fun on the adventures, and then we'll switch out again, just so that they could be in her life, or just stop by every once in a while. We should have seen them back at the quinceanera. Scoot's parents were completely forgotten by the showrunners until that episode where they did an ass pull. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's 100% how it feels half the time. Is that because everyone's been calling what about their parents since pretty much season one, like Apple Blue or the Apple family parents, they didn't get discussed until way later on in the show. Another episode I need to watch, but I've seen most of it through clips and whatnot, so I think I got the gist of it down. And it's they're kind of mentioned in the show, but yeah, they just completely dropped the ball on Scoot's parents. Sweetie Belle's, to be honest, I feel like Sweetie Belle's parents are worse than Scoot's parents because Scoot's parents at least tried to be in their daughter's life, even if they failed, whereas Sweetie Belle's parents just dropped her off with their sister and said we're going to go on vacation for a little while, see ya, and then never returned. At least as far as I know. Delivery time to response time, along with major events, they're not there. Yeah, that's also a good reason. The main six were all legal adults and able to do their thing. Yeah, it's just Sweetie Belle's parents. Those are the parents that rub me the wrong way. They're just like, you get some quality time with your sister. Now ta-ta, we're off. Bye. Peace. See you never. That they're gone. The reason people like AJ's parents is because they established they were gone before then. That's fair. I mean, it's for me personally with the whole AJ's parents. I I was just on that whole thing of like, you don't see it if you don't see a body, they're not dead kind of thing. If it's not explicit, then they might still be alive somewhere. And it turned out they were alive in their hearts. Always figured Rarity's parents live like a few doors down and Sweetie just shows up all the time. But then we never see them ever. Like, they're not even at their daughter's quinceanera. Sweetie Belle's parents visiting. Hi, bye. Yeah, that's kind of like what I got from them from like the one time that they interacted. Because, I don't know, like, Sweetie, like, she seems to have just been living in the town for a while. Like, she was there during the summer sun celebration and whatnot. Also, hi, Lav. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Rarities folks just let their daughter maintain the fancy hoity-toity persona because they know if they show up, ponies are going to go, oh, she's putting on airs. Yeah, that's fair. Comma, you need to hit that little notification bell so you know when I'm streaming. I also announce it in the server, so you need to set up your server notifications. So they're supportive by not being there. Well, they're supporting their one daughter by abandoning another, so it feels weird. You have your mayor wife with you. Which one? Just logged into Discord and bam, streamer. You're becoming. Yeah, I know. Farfella, you're infecting me with streamer. Although I feel like I could blame Lav or EQ for that. They're infecting me with streamer chat. Oh no. I have to walk to Walmart, so I'll try and hurry back before stream ends. Have fun at the walls of Mart. Can't blame me, I never stream anymore. Bah, but you used to stream all the time. It's mentioned that Sweetie Belle spends time with parents whenever Rarity is away on business. Yeah, it's just weird how we never see Scoot's parents until they show up for one episode then disappear. That's the exact same thing that happened with Sweetie's parents is that they showed up, dumped their daughter off on their other daughter and said bye. We never see them again. But we also never talk about it. Like Scoot's parents, I get it being like more recent in the show gets a lot more coverage, but I don't ever think I ever heard anyone talking about like how terrible that is because it doesn't seem like they ever come back for her, at least according to the show. Yeah, Lav, you're just a carrier. You might not stream anymore, but you were carrying the streamer virus. It's offhanded remarks from Rarity. I get that's handled probably behind the scenes, but at the very least, you could show up in the background to your daughter's quinceanera if you were actually in town. Like that's the only thing I'm getting at is that we never see them again. Like even at like very important points in Sweetie Belle's life, we never see them ever again. As far as I know, I haven't watched the entire show. Lav, you've seen the entire show. Do Sweetie's parents ever show up again? Or do they just, or do we just only hear background uh, off comments that they may visit from time to time? It's better mentioned to not exist until the near end. Fair, fair. Uh, Although, like, I don't know, it Scoot's parentage is an interesting thing, and probably like it's probably like exactly what V said ages ago, where they just forgot about it until the near end. They're like, oh crap, we have to wrap up all these things. We're showing everyone else's parents being alive or dead. Now it's time to confirm that Scoots actually has parents. They're just dicks. They just care more about the job than their little girl. But again, I feel like we should see them. Like, if we saw them retire in Ponyville, like uh, at the very end of the show, that would have been so cool. Where like they catch up on their daughter's life after their work, after they can't work anymore. I mean, for the first few years of the fandom, those orphan Scoot stories were the bomb. Funny enough, is I never actually came across orphan Scootaloo stories. It the way I've slowly started reading fan fictions is such a weird and roundabout way that I got into it. I don't know why this was ever the case, but here's how it happened. I stumbled I got interested in the show, and so I randomly found both Cupcakes and Cheerly's Garden were Cheerly's Garden, Cupcakes, and Rainbow Factory were my first fanfics ever in this fandom. What a way to start out. And then it went into the whole human and Equestria like displaced era. Like that was super popular for a long time. And then now it's kind of settled into I don't want to see like humans in Equestria or like other powerful beings. I just kind of want to see like what people can do with like OCs and stories and whatnot. That's why, and I think the first one that I saw that was like that is uh, Savage Skies and whatnot, and that's what got me really hooked because I was expecting to see human in Equestria because it's kind of a big thing. A lot of self insert kind of deals with that, but just having like a pony OC that's just there and lived in the world and has an effect on there. And it's just because they exist there. That's fantastic storytelling. I think the second series I read that followed along that sort of line was what was it called? Without a Hive, and those stories. Pony OC is like a self insert? Not necessarily. They can be a self insert. It just really depends on how the story's written. Uh, I think it would have been better if it was just her answer and her folks were never in the picture. That's fair. Uh, love the ones where Rainbow Dash became her parental unit. Those are all, like, I haven't come across those, but those are always fun. You never cared for the HIE fix. That's fair. I only like somewhat cared about them. It was just more. Oh, far fella, it's the struggle bus is real. Uh, but yeah, not necessarily a pony insert because you can kind of tell when a pony is a self insert, but it but if they can like overcome like the self insertness and it's just an original character that actually feels like a living breathing world, that's where it hits the mark a lot. Random OC going about their day. Yeah, pretty much. Random OC going about their day. Another series that I really enjoy is the Dustguard saga. I think I started reading that before I read Changeling of the Guard, funny enough. And, like, that's not, like, those aren't self-inserts at all. It's something that really fleshed out, like, the guard portion of everything, where it's just like everything kind of happens in the background, and this could very well have happened because it's not really focusing on the main six or anything. It's focusing on these characters and how they interact with their own world. uh, like how, oh, the night guard is typically ruled over by Luna, day guard is uh, answers to Celestia. Well, they form a third guard called the Death Guard that they both control, and it's only like six long. Those first two stories with them in the Night Guard were good, but then it got a bit too much. uh, which first two stories? I mentioned a few. If it's the Dust Guard, even then it started retconning. Uh, oh, are you talking about uh, the third story when they uh, Dustguard be better fit for Twilight? Well, I think they were written before Twilight became an alicorn. I want to say. Uh, I can't remember. It's been too long ago. The third one I really enjoyed because like that was one of the questions we're probably thinking of different series. It's by Viking ZX, I want to say. I'll post a link in like recommendations. Uh, if you want more guard stories, there's another one for you. Uh, if anyone wants more story recommendations, I love good story recommendations. Let's see. Uh, there we go. There you go. It's in recommendations if anyone's curious about which story I'm talking about. He's the one that does the being a better writer blogs like on a weekly basis, which I sometimes read, sometimes don't. Depends on how I'm feeling. Although I just usually never pay attention to my blog posts, other than like a cursory glance, like every week or so, give or take. Because all the stories that I'm super excited about when they're about to be updated, I actually have like the email notification set up for them so I don't miss out. Everything else I just kind of find through like random checking every once in a while. Because I actually do go through and check and re-download books as pretty much like every so often. It's like one of my home tabs that are opened up. I mean, I have like 14 tabs that open up every time I turn on my computer, but FimFiction's always the first one. FimFiction, DeviantArt, my two mail email accounts, and then a spattering of miscellaneous. Yeah, that's but yeah. But yeah, that's kind of been my story on FimFiction, is going from pretty much self-inserts to displace, which kind of still are self-inserts with a tragic backstory, which is always fun to read about, and then delving into more working within the world, and yeah, alternate universes are fun and whatnot, but I love seeing what an author can do with the established canon and just see how they can tweak it in order to change the timeline just slightly. Uh, like that's why I enjoy Changeling of the Guard so much. Funny enough, is because hey, everything is canon because it just is canon that happens in the background. I'm trying to remember his stories. Paying for backstories is yeah. Eventually, he crossed over with another author, and their OCs got married. Then they started hosting writing contests, then left. Oh, that's interesting. Uh, but yeah. Oh, gosh, I can't believe I've forgotten about this. Um, the first story that I read that was just about pony OCs go their like a pony OC random pony OC going about the world that they live in was Awakening by Solo Citizen. That was like the very first one. Found them. Author is Ansel. Ooh, okay, sweet. Going to have to check it out at some point. Memoirs of a Royal Guard. Yeah, I remember that story. I actually read the first one and I got like halfway to the second one, and then I think I put the book down by accident, and then I just haven't gone back yet. Uh, a little late, but I think what speaks to you with self inserts and OCs is how, like with humans, we leave some sort of mark on the world as we live our daily lives. Uh, yeah, pretty much. Like it naturally changes the story. If it focuses on the main six, that's fine. We already have their established characters, and can like fill in some blank spots, and we see how they live their lives outside of established canon, or how canon will differ if something happens to change their trajectory. But if they don't, then that's even funner because there's no established canon to go against it other than events happening in the background. Respite did really good with this. A village called Respite did really good with this because it takes place in a completely separated part of Equestria, and the only time we ever actually hear about canon events is at the very end, and it's a major, almost apocalyptic event. Other than that, we have no idea what the time period is during the story, other than maybe vaguely in canon with the show. By the third or fourth, became too much. If you like stories like that, there's a HIE story where they becomes an alicorn foal that's well written. Ascension, abdication, or abduction. Oh, okay, I'll have to check it out. Another good like they're like they're I the reason why I went away from Human and Equestria is because after a certain point, like they became like pretty formulaic, as well as like they they followed similar tropes, but also most of the time it just was uh, the author in Equestria, and how they like immediately hooked up with their pony waifu. Sometimes they didn't fall for that trap, but it became pretty samey. Uh, the ones that didn't were great, but then they ended up being canceled, which made me sad. It helps when the show doesn't really exist and wants to go home but doesn't trust anybody really. Oh, there's a great story about something similar to that. It's called The Problem with Magic, I want to say. It hasn't updated in a couple years, but it takes place uh, in the same universe as My Little Dashie, but not really connected with those events. It takes place like decades after My Little Dashie. Uh, or better yet, learning. Oh, welcome, welcome, Master. I mean, we all like a good hero story, but it's also really fun to understand those are reflected by such heroic deeds. Yeah, that's a really good one. I haven't run across that in pony fan fiction, other than like, what was it? Uh, oh, it was Equestrian Landings, but that was more uh, of an HIE story. But it quickly became its own thing and hasn't been updated in like 5 years. Why is it that all the good stories just never just get slowly canceled? Like, I'm very hopeful that Changeling of the Guard won't get canceled one day, especially since the community is so active around it. But it's something I fear. Thinks he wants them. He thinks they want him for something, but doesn't know what. He just wants to go home. 100%. That's a fun one. If you want peace, prepare for war is a good HIE. It takes good effort. It takes effort to write good shit. 100% it takes effort. It's just the story that I like that gracefully like left there because they canceled the story. I believe was Chasing Dreams did it the best, where they're like, I'm not going to finish writing this. I know that. So here's like basically a brief summary about what's going to happen, what was planned for the story, so that way if someone wants an ending, they have it, but it's like a separate blog post. So that way if they want didn't don't want to read unfinished work, they can just leave it as is. It takes no time to write actual shit. Yeah, 100%. Effort and meaningful inspiration. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, we're feeding V Drake with lots of author nuggets in order to in order to continue Changeling for many a year, or at least until it's finished. Yeah, there's like again with like Solo Citizen and his work with the cycle of return. I want to say it's his series is called. It went on really good. He has two really good stories about like pretty much the main six in space future, but it's not really the main six. It's ponies rediscovering magic, and that's fun. That was really fun to read, even though the second book got really confusing. But that's besides the point. But I'm glad that he's like, I'm not going to finish the series, but I'm going to at least finish the book. Speaking of V, I'm trying to muddy the waters and get him to pause Changing of the Guard so we can write the sequel instead. Are you trying to get him to write There's Something About Mary, or is there now a sequel to Colonel Hooves? Because we all know people want There's Something About Mary content. They're ravenous for it. Ooh, new sequel. Ooh, can't wait. Let me go back to up after. Perfect. Gosh, I didn't realize how late it was getting already. Changing of the Guard 2, Change Harder. No, it has to be Changing of the Guard 2 Electric Boogaloo. That's always has to be. But not me, it's all on V Drake. Fair. It's just a story told entirely from Shining's perspective. Or maybe even Chrysalis. Thorax? Ooh, good Thorax fic. And then we just see all of the bullying of Thorax from Thorax's side. It's never mentioned in Changing of the Guard about the Thorax bullying because he doesn't feel like it's important enough to write down. But so we only see it from Thorax's side of it. Oh, Changing of the Guard 2, Cersis's big day off. Oh, yes. Oh man, adult Cersei. Or maybe is an adult now, has a full of her own, and she just like shows up to Idol's door and is just like, I am sorry for all the for all the things, all the crap I gave you back when I was a nymph. Cersei's big Transylvanian wedding. Yeah, we gotta have Transylvanian wedding. I can't believe I've never heard of Transylvania before. That's such a good one. Oh, that's too good. The Changeling of the Guard 2, Cersei's wild mother adventure. Yeah, yep. Oh, but Transylvanian. I'm reeling from Transylvanian wedding. It's just too good. It's just way too good. Hey pops, I have a full now. Found him in town one day and brought him home. You can't just take a foal off the street. Oh, that's what you did for me. That's not the point. Oh, that is a grown man. Oh man. Cersei's misadventures and in adult of adulting. Oh man. Hmm. Maybe pharynx. Cersei's misadventures and adult bothering. Bother. Oh man, there's so many spin-offs that can be pushed back from here. The stallion, just a stallion looking left and right nervously while Idol is searching for a chair to throw at him. Cersei and Nighthawk are private investigators. That'd be so good. She do have a crush on a Thestral. And she got introduced to the bugs. What's the Thestral's name again? It's in like Sir Sus, isn't it? Um Oh, now I need to know. Uh Nighthawk. Yep, that's it. Nighthawk. Nighthawk, her little bat pony crush. Write these down. Write these down. Oh man, I gotta write down Transylvanian. That's just too good of a horse pun for a city name for me to just let die on the cutting room floor. It's too good. You tease that in the How to Pony. Another series I need to catch up on so many series. I just haven't had time to read in ages. And I mean, like, not reading in terms of audiobook reading, although I need to start reading on that soon too. But I just mean reading in general. I still need to. There's so many books. So many. Wait, I need to reread that to find. Okay, so thankfully it's not. Fun fact, the nighthawk bird is also called the bullbat. Ooh, fun. But Nighthawk and Circe sitting in a tree. You have two changeling nymphs in that story, so it's not too hard. EATINGBUG. Advertisement time. Yep. Go read Kama's work. Go. Do it now. You have Deathly Tired Princess. You have Colonel Hooves. You have How to Pony. There's so many to read. Go, go, go. If you have a full idea, a full idea. Yeah, look up stuff about nighthawks. They're exactly the kind of bird Circe would like. Oh, if you have an idea for a full, if you have any full OCs, go, 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 go. DM Kama now. I'm wondering, hold on, did I still need to read Kama's, uh, I still need to read Colonel Hooves. It's on my to read list, and I've read like most of it. I just haven't finished it yet. What the worst part is, I read the first chapter. I read the chapter after Idol becomes a changeling, and like 10 chapters after that. But I never went back to reread the first bit. Yes, I have read. I have read your work, comma. Uh, the only one I finished though is Deathly Tired. I know. The way I've read your books is sacrilegious. And I know you have some references in there to people in the Discord as well, so I can't wait to read those. But yeah, the way I've read that story is a bit sacrilegious, and it's going to eventually be read all the way through. It just hasn't happened yet. I have just too much stuff going on. But hopefully, with all this extra free time I'm finding, it'll be a lot easier. And by free time, I mean the free time on the weekend, because I don't really have other free time. Yeah, I might make cookies. I haven't made cookies in months. Now I want to make cookies. And you know what the best kind of cookie is? Oatmeal chocolate chip. That's the best kind of a cookie. Not oatmeal raisin. Oatmeal, it has to be oatmeal chocolate chip. I don't want grapes in my food. Although no bakes. No bakes are also a banger of a cookie. I haven't had oatmeal chocolate chip in ages. I could also make zucchini bread. The chapters are mostly standalone, but do contain many callbacks or small details that get referenced later. Oh, 100%. I can't wait to read them. There's a reason why it's on my to read later list. Also, just you write good stuff. like I said, I'm eventually going to be reading Deathly Tired and and Colonel Hooves, as well as Respite, if I ever manage to get if I ever manage to catch up with V. Ah, but anyways, I think it's around time for stream to end. That it's why they feel disconnected. No bakes sound like a euphemism for weed. No, because if it was weed, then they would be baked cookies. But no, no bakes are actually a old recipe. I think it comes from like the 20s or like sometime during the Great Depression. Uh, they were originally called boiled cookies, but but then you stop needing to boil them as much, and now they're just known as no bakes because you don't have to bake them; they get cooked on the stove, and they're kind of like a mix between a fudge and a cookie, and they're super good. Yeah, it's when flour was harder to get, 100%, because it's most of the ingredients is peanut butter and sugar. No bakes because you leave them outside. No, then they would be baking in the sun. No, you have to cook them on the stove. Although I've had friends tell me cooking them on the stove is the same as baking them. No bakes mean that you don't cook them, and I'm like, no, that's no bake, not no cook. They're like, it's the same thing. I'm like, no, all baking is cooking, but not all cooking is baking. And they just don't understand. I don't know why. They're just straight up not baked. Yeah, 100%. Idle Buddies and Fallout. Ooh, that would be a fun one. That reminds me, I have another story I want to read called The Chrysalis, which is a Fallout Equestria story. It's so many books, so little time. You make them in a pot and then put them on a sheet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're basically fudge. They're a fudge cookie. I'll actually post a recipe in the live stream chat if anyone wants to try their hoof at it. Your mother makes them every year for Christmas. Awesome. Yeah, the way I make them, they're like super dense, and they're just super delicious. It's really not the same. What do you mean it's not? Yeah, yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's not the same. I don't get why they're saying cooking and baking are the same thing. It it just makes no sense. And now I'm getting called now I get called like war crime of food war crimes anytime I pop into their chat. She makes those sugar cookies, 7-layer bars, and a couple orange peel cookies. Oh, that sounds delicious. Have you ever had a brookie before, which is a brownie cookie? Those are really good. My grandmother used to make sugar cookies with chocolate chips, which are not chocolate chip cookies. That sounds that sounds super good. Because to be honest, sugar cookies you have to eat them with frosting. But if they had chocolate in them, then you don't need frosting. It's the perfect cookie. 7-layer bars are better. Full stop. I haven't had a 7-layer bar. I'll have to try them. One takes more effort. The other is pure laziness. No, I wouldn't say baking's pure laziness. I'd I'd compare them to sciences. Co- uh, Baking is chemistry, and cooking is mad science because basically anything goes. If it doesn't turn out right, then you can actually just try and salvage it. But if you stray from a recipe while baking, there's unless you really know what you're doing, it's not going to turn out. Nighty the nighty night. Yes. No, it has to be Nighty the Mighty Knight. No, Nighty the Mighty Knight. Mighty. Nighty the Mighty Night Knight. Yeah, yeah, it just has to keep on going. Oh, man. Thank y'all for hanging out, for all the distractions, for all the fun talks. McNighty Night. Oh, you're all just too good. Hey, Seth, you just barely made it back in time for me to end stream. Nighty the Mighty Night Knight. Yes, that is 100%. That's 100% what I was trying to say, but I could not speak. Nighty night, everyone. Oh man, we have good times here. Farfella, why are you following me? Oh my gosh, if Scoot sees Idol as a father figure, he'd be so one, he'd be really confused, and two, he'd be confused and maybe a little bit proud, but mostly confused. Farfella, why are you following me on FimFiction? Because I can. I know. For some reason people keep following my FimFiction account, and I don't know why. I haven't posted on there in years. And most of the and I don't really post anything Changeling of the Guard related either. I posted chapter 1 and then chapter 2 and then stopped posting the chapters that I read, and I just posted a couple like short stories that I made out of the blue. But people keep following me. I don't get it. It happens on Tumblr and Blue Sky too. I don't understand. I have done nothing to warrant the attention of two fools. They do so on the off chance you do post something, but it's it's not going to happen. I'm sorry, anyone who's who's trying. I did this for you, Idol. Who are you again? Scoots. People think Scoots and Cersus are siblings because of the similar color scheme. I don't know. Scoots is orange and fuchsia, and Cersus is tomato soup pone. So I don't know if they're too similar. Maybe. Actually, no, I can see it. I can definitely see it. Anytime I see Cersus, I'm like, tomato soup. Because isn't that the coloration of tomato soup? Well, they're both Pegasi, but Pegasi happen like just look at pumpkin cake. Like look at this little creature. She's just like a little tomato soup cone. But even the cakes can have Pegasi. Pegasus. Or no, was it pumpkin or pound cake that was a Pegasi? Was pumpkin cake the unicorn? I feel like pumpkin cake might have been the unicorn. If one was to see them, the three of them together, that would be pretty cute. Idle eyes the stallion. If you hurt my daughter, just know I'm the one who trained her. So when she's through thrashing you, I get the remainder, and I won't be as gentle. Oh my gosh! Yep, that is 100%. That is 100% an interaction I can definitely see. Oh man, now that makes me want to see Idol interacting with Gallus, because Gallus is like my favorite of the student six, and we know he becomes a guard later on. So I want to see their interactions now. What fics did I write? Oh, just some short stories. Don't worry about it. Idle dad, let's go. Daddle. Daddle? Or is it I dad? No, I just wrote some one-off fics that were just based off like thoughts my brain couldn't let go. The first the first one I wrote back in like eighth grade or something like that. So, and I haven't polished it since then, so it's so bad. But it latched onto the idea of like, what if crystal ponies were made out of crystal, actually made out of crystal? And if that's the case, how do they get ready for like a special occasion? Like, how does a spa work for a crystal pony? And then I happen to get like notification. I happen to like stumble across rock tumbling, and I'm like, what if Crystal Pony plus Rock Tumbler? And then that's basically that entire story that I spent way too long researching it. Idol as one of Gallus' trainers? Oh, I could totally see that. That'd be really cool. Wait, do you want to see the source of like all the research I did, or did you want to see the source for my fan fictions? Because I actually spent way too much time researching rock tumbling techniques to write the story. Didn't use even a little bit of them. Fine. I'll put the rock tumbler in recommended in case anyone wants to read something. But I also say you don't have to. You don't have to. It's not needed. You're fine without knowing this knowledge. Especially since I haven't written anything in years. You doing all right, Idol? Besides being saved by my old trainees? Yes, quite. Oh, truancy. Okay, that sounds interesting. There's a couple of like humans turned into like foals, or humans turned into like uh, humans turned pony stories that are actually very interesting. There's one that got me super invested into it, even though it's like 3 chapters long and never finished. It's called Whiteout, and it's basically human gets turned into a Pegasus, gets locked into a mental institution, and his shadow is another human that's a unicorn, and they just are have to escape and try and survive. Uh, like the all these ponies thinking that he's crazy. Topaz likes Buggo, so she becomes changeling doctor. Topaz is Buggo-sexual. You got a human turned full story in the works. That's awesome. Kudos on you. Send it to me once you start posting. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a read. At the moment, his horn is still small and hidden underneath his mane. He gets adopted. I won't tell you by who. And is currently getting ready to meet every pony in the family. Also, it's RGRE. I don't know what RGRE is. Do I have to look it up? Will I regret looking it up? I'm looking it up. What? Oh, regret. Is that a regression? R. I believe that might be shorthand for regression. RGRE. Oh, reverse gender role equestria. Oh, I've only seen one story that actually uses reverse gender roles equestria. Uh, and it's always interesting to see it. It's it's just I haven't seen enough stories with it, and the one that I did read, it was kind of confused half the time, so I didn't really get too into it. I read a fic where Cozy Glow had a plan B to avoid capture, pre-planned spell that swapped her into a human's body in another world and put that human into her body. Oh, poor thing that poor human that just suddenly gets turned into a pony. Not only that, he gets sent to pony hell. Oh man, that's a rough day for that human. Not only do you not know how to walk, but then also you're suddenly being sentenced to horse hell. There's already talk about some of these families they meet on a train considering talking to his new mother about possible marriage in the future. Hmm, interesting. Also, but who he gets adopted by? If it's anyone of the main six, I'm going to guess Fluttershy. They get adopted by Fluttershy because that's the classic one. Either Fluttershy, yeah, probably Fluttershy. Maybe Celestia or Luna, but it's mostly Fluttershy. Colts are in short supply that they try to get their daughters a husband early before they're scooped up. But he now she does manage to avoid capture, improve their situation. This is before main six. Ooh, before main six. Hmm. How far before main six? Is this ye olde Equestria? Are they adopted by the Pillars? Or are they adopted by main six parents? Is this where Pinkie Pie comes from? Cadence has barely been adopted. I'm guessing this is Pinkie Pie. They Pinkie Pie as human. Pinkie Pie is full. That's why she doesn't match the rest of her family. She just grew up alongside them. I will say main six parents. Yep, 100%. My money. Final answer. Pinkie. Your the full is Pinkie Pie. If not Pinkie Pie, then it's uh, yeah, it's definitely Pie Family. Uh, if it's not Pie Family, then it's Fluttershy's family. Although I don't particularly want to see him grow up to be like the college dude, hairstylist guy. I can't remember what his name is. I'll tell you that you're wrong, but that's it. Zephyr? Yeah. So is Zephyr? Wait, hold on. So, comment. Will you tell me? Is it are are they in the show? Do they take the place of a pony in the show, or is it a wholly new OC? That yeah, is it? He's a green Pegasus colt with a black mane, so classic Anon pony OC. Okay, so it's not Zephyr Breeze. Huh, let's see, which family adoption? Um, and he said he's an alicorn. Uh, so it's main six family. And since Horn's still covered, I'm going to say Fluttershy's family, maybe not Rainbow Dash's family, maybe Twi's family. I know you said it's not Pie family, so it's either the Sparkles or the Shies. In Baltimore, Oh, you just opened it up to the apples. Either up to the apples or up to rarity. Apples or rarity. You see, Idol. You see, Idol. Uh, my great 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 grandfather. See, thanks to some timey wimey shenanigans too complicated to explain, so memory wiping to stabilize the timeline, sending him back forward, and de aging is how it happened. You'll DM me, okay? Forgive my randomness. It happens. That's what this whole stream devolves into, is just randomness. Knew it. I knew it as soon as you said Baltimore. Shows up and doesn't want to get caught. Man, y'all are getting a 3-hour stream today. Congrats. You've distracted me You've distracted me from ending the stream, so now it's a 3-hour stream. Oh, interesting. The Idol versus a grand playground. It is a very grand playground. I'm not spoiling anything what Kama is sending me, because that's a surprise for when the story eventually happens. So, fun. This is a really fun idea. I can't wait to read more about it. But yeah, no, yeah, you only, but yeah, Farfella, the only thing you'll get from me is that I was right. So, which of the main six that I guessed, other than the Pie family, do you think it might have been? I kind of guessed all of them, so good luck with that. How else could we come up with Fort Nowhere in Town, or the Chocolatier? I still want to see a fic written about the chocolatier. That's just too fun of a concept. Ooh, that's fun. Heck, Fort Nowhere is almost canon. It practically is. Like, if it's not canon in like the 10-year time skip, it's like alternative canon of what happened after Canterlot. It's in the recommendeds? Oh, so you've already written it. Ah. Oh, that's right. It's truancy. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I'll see about giving it a read. Although I kind of want to read your other stories first, just because I've already started on them and read a lot of them. I just need to first go back, reread the chapters, or read the chapters I didn't, to reread the chapters I did, to then finish reading the chapters I didn't that I didn't finish. Seeing as it has a thread in the Discord, we make a lot of threads here. There's so many shenanigans. Like, if we made a thread for every time we created like a semi canon thing, the Discord would be nothing but threads, but also it'd be a heck of a time for anyone to find their way around. Oh man. But yeah, it's probably time for me to eat lunch or something. Also, I need to get ready because I'm going to be heading off to be seeing my niece in a play later on tonight. So I gotta get ready for that. If that's the case, why not stream yourself reading one of those stories live and raw with no story edits? Well, so the thing with reading live is that, one, I'm a faster reader in my head, But also, if I'm reading it live to you, then I'm going to want to edit it and post it and make it actually good. Do I have to do this? No. Will my brain force me to? Absolutely. So, so unfortunately, if I do that, it will happen eventually once I finish Changing of the Guard and Respite. I mean, it's free editing for me. That's true. That's true. But then you get to hear me stumble over my words for like hours. And I can't read for the life of me. So it's going to be a fun stream either way. Gonna have to dip. Have a good rest of your days. I'll see you later, Iconic. Oh, the dealer is also a female idol. Wait, hold on. A few AU idols sit down at a card table a nearby nearby a few waitress idols are serving drinks and one female singer idol is on stage singing. This is just an idol bar. You streaming later this week? Nope. I'm going to be streaming next Saturday. Same fun time, same fun place. I actually might make it a recurring thing. Actually, no. Next Saturday I won't be streaming because there's things that are happening that take place early morning that can't be interrupted. So next Saturday is going to be the first actually like planned break. Maybe I'll record. Maybe I'll come on Sunday, but you'll know when I know on that thing. So plan uh, not the week after next, and maybe next Sunday. Yes, very important stuff next Saturday, so I can't miss it. so so yeah, definitely week after next for sure, and maybe next Sunday. But hey, that's just a theory, a pony theory. Thanks for watching. That's just a schedule, my poorly rendered schedule. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I'll be seeing you, and I'll be seeing you next stream. Take care. Bye.